everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of the Spatial Coaching Conversation. Today, I thought I would talk about activities. Sometimes there are activities that your clients may enjoy doing, and they do it without any resistance, they do it in flow, they do it consistently, regularly. And then there are activities that your client may resist doing. Now, usual way is to think through why it is, what is the benefit of doing that activity that you don't like, some willpower nonsense that sometimes goes on, and also, this notion of mindset that you can just have a formulaic sense of your mind and attitude change, and you'll be able to do your activity. I think most of these processes don't yield results as one would desire. Instead, I would suggest that you can draw the attention of your clients to the structure of the activities they are able to do. There is something there in those activities. So, for example, if a person is able to do an activity if it has got clear timelines and the timelines are close, and if it is something that they know, it's just like a muscle memory and they just get it done. Those are the kind of activities that they prefer. Obviously, it also says that they are very externally motivated, and it also speaks to maybe exhaustion, cognitive exhaustion in other spaces. But one of the things that you could ask your clients to do in such a case is to notice this, notice the motivations, notice what is helping them to get a particular activity done. They could also sense this activity in space and check for the submodalities. Sometimes a particular submodality is needed for them to feel okay about it. For example, the activity that they do very comfortably, they may be doing it standing up and moving. So there's a movement and they are standing up, and that kind of energy helps that activity get done. However, any activity that gets seated and is facing the screen may be a problem. So the submodality may reveal something that they need. Sometimes temperature is an issue. If a place is cold or cool, they're able to do the activity very well. If the place is warm or hot, they're not able to. It triggers something, some memory or some kind of a neural pathway that doesn't work well for them. So once again, the invitation is for asking your clients to sense the submodalities and the particularities, the structure of the map of the activity that they do well. They could also map the structure of the activity that they do. They can do it. It's not that they love it, but they can do it if it's needed to be done. There is a structure to that process too. And again, you might draw their attention and say, okay, what is it about this that is helping you? And what would you like to do about it? So they can cross move that structure into the other context of the activity that they don't enjoy doing. Spatially, one of the things you can notice is activities that they enjoy doing are perhaps located in a particular location. The activities they don't enjoy doing are located somewhere else. Now, oftentimes you can ask how they are perceiving through this issue and what is exactly happening in the locations. And you might creatively be able to suggest, or they themselves may creatively be able to figure out a new location for the activity that they love or they dislike. I once had a client who was saying that he enjoys doing certain activities, but he doesn't do it often because he finds himself paralyzed by activities he doesn't want to do. And when we explored, the activity he doesn't want to do was negotiation and fundraising and those kind of dialogue oriented activity. And the stuff that he loved to do was to write and think and plan and design. So when we looked at his mental space, we found that the activity that he disliked doing was right in front of him, very close to his body, to his eye, and very much at the eye level. And it was giving him all the negative vibrations and this fear of confronting that. And the activity that he absolutely liked was on his right. And if, when he looked at it, it had all the colors and the light, and there was movement, there was action. He could sense lovely feelings towards it. So in this case, it was just the mental spatial location that was making a difference in how he was perceiving the activities. So on his own, he recognized that what he loved, he was not keeping it in front. What he disliked was what he kept in front, and overall, he was experiencing a paralysis. And he figured out how to shift and how to kind of make sense, because there's something important about the fundraising and the dialogue and the interaction too, which he also figured out what to do about it. Now, in this way, you can discover very interesting facets about why your client suffers from paralysis, or why your client is struggling with an activity. Once again, exploring space, exploring the submodalities within a particular location yields just fascinating insights which can help your clients have the breakthrough. They can find their own creative impulse to figure out what to do once they have that awareness. Learning is key in these exploration, because it's in that learning that the client is able to understand, this is how I am perceiving the world. Okay. I hope this episode was useful for all the coaches out there. If you have liked it, please do like this episode, as well as subscribe to the channel. If you have a comment, love to read it. Please put it down below this video. And I will meet you again next week with another episode of the Spatial Coaching Conversations.